Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Code Meet. I hope you guys are doing well. So, in today's session, what are we going to learn? So, in today's session, we will be having another topic in our hand that is going to be user input. Okay, so let's start discussion about that. So, how to get user input? So, this is our today's topic. Now, before this particular question arises, till now, what were we doing basically? We were doing, we were just printing the statements, right? We were using the print commands. Like if I want to print a string value, so I was writing like this. Hello Python. If I wanted to print any number, then I was doing like this, print 87. Then if I wanted to print any float number, then I was using 87.67468. If I wanted to print a boolean value, then I was printing like this, right? Correct. So this is what it is, right? Like if I can say this is your string value, this is integer, this one is your float, and this one is your boolean value, right? But these are just the temporary ones, correct? Temporary printing. These are not getting stored somewhere. Like if you want to give hello Python again, what will you do? We will be writing print hello Python again, correct? Right? This is how it will be working. So, in the solution for this, what did we come up with? We come up with variables, right? Correct. Like in the variables, we were storing out the thing. Suppose we were having the variable name equals to Python. So I can use it again and again. I'm not supposed to write print Python again and again. I was writing like this. Print name, correct? Print name again and again. Whatever my name it is, correct? Right? So these were your variables. Now coming to the question that arises, how to get the user input. Till now, what were we working on? We were getting the particular things which were already given in the print command, or we were writing it ourselves, correct? But what if I want some user to enter the things, right? At that point of time, we will be discussing about input keyword. Okay, fine. Just like print is used to display output, right? Just like that, your input command is used to get the out or get the input or the answer from the user. Okay, fine. From basically you can say second party. Cool. Now coming to what we are going to actually discuss now. We are going to have the discussion about your input command. Now, how will this input command will work? So, what we will be doing? We will be basically discussing just like we use print command, correct? In such a way only we will be using your input. Now, how we will be using? We are having three keywords. str, int, that is your int, and then your float, correct? Right? str is for your strings, int is for your integer, and float is for your decimals or float only that we call in Python. Okay. If you want to have a brief discussion or detailed discussion about it, so you can go to my another video which is in detail about all the data types that are present in Python. Okay. Now to get the user input, what are we coming up with for getting the str input that is in the form of name? So what will I do? I will be taking a variable and then I will be writing str input. What does it mean? Like in a string format, I want the input to be there, okay? And then I will be giving a text reference. Like text reference means obviously I cannot leave it blank, right? Enter your name. So it will be giving me enter your name, okay? Fine. Now I will be showing you practically as well. For now we are just discussing it theoretically. Okay. If I want someone to mention their age, enter their age. What will I do? I will go to my int, right? So int input, like in the integer form, I want the input to be there in the form like this: enter your age. Correct? Then if I want, suppose, float in particular marks, okay, then how we will basically write it? We will be writing it like this: float input, enter your marks. Okay, this is how you will be taking input from the user. Okay, fine. Now let's basically discuss it practically now, how it will be showing the result in your particular collab. So I hope my collab is visible. I have named the file as your user input only. Okay, now see, I am taking a variable name only and giving here str input, enter your name. Okay, fine. Now see what will happen over here. When I'm going to run it, it is asking me enter your name. So I am suppose entering here Python, enter. Can you see in the input command there was a box coming up, right? And I am able to enter my particular input, whatever I wanted to do, correct, right? Now, coming to basically, as you know, strings are the combination of numbers, alphabets, characters, right? So we can give anything in the string. But if it is asking me name, then I'm entering that. But by any chance you enter like this 28 Python also, then also it will be working because we have mentioned str input. Okay, str means I want my input to be in the form of string. Like whatever user is entering, it will be in the form of string. Okay, fine. Now if I want to print it, like to know like what has been stored in name, because whatever I will be giving the data here, that will be stored in your name variable. And obviously if something is stored in a variable, then I can print it and I can display the output. So I will be writing print name and see, running it. Suppose I am writing here Python, enter. Python is printed. Clear? Now coming to next part, as we were discussing about your particular numbers, age equals to int, because we know like age cannot be in the form of float, right? Int, like what are we basically talking here? Int input, like in the form of integer, I want the user to enter what? Then I will be giving a reference text. Now suppose if I am keeping it empty, like you must be thinking like what if you are keeping it empty, then what will happen? Will it show any error? No, it will not show you an error. Now see, I am running it, it is asking me my name, enter Python. Can you see directly a box is there? That's why we call it as enter the reference text. See, directly the box is still there, but this box is not letting me know what I'm supposed to enter, right? So that's why we do give a reference text. Okay, fine. And here also you can enter the text. Suppose I am entering here 12. So it will be working, okay? Suppose now here I am entering the reference text, that is your enter your age, okay? Then I am doing print age. Now see, running it, enter your name, Python, enter your age. Suppose I am entering 22 and see it is working. Now let's test particular Python only. Like if I try to add some alphabet, special characters to the int part, then will it work? Because in the name we have already tried, like number is working because it is a string, right? Now let's try it in age. Suppose in the age I am writing here 12 like this. It will be showing me an error. Can you see that? Invalid literal for it. Like it cannot read this particular 12 in the form of number. Okay. Now, basically, what we will be doing, we will be working on marks. Okay. Or suppose you can say your percentage. Suppose I am taking a variable percentage equals to float. Like in the form of float variable, the decimal form, I want the user to enter. I want user to input what? Then I will be giving the reference text. Enter your subject percentage. Okay. Now see, let me just correct this. Okay. Then what will happen when you will be running it? Now suppose printing it also, print percentage. Now see, running it. Let me rerun it. Enter your name. Fine. enter your age 22, enter your subject percentage. Suppose I am writing here 88.8. Can you see? It is printing up the thing. Suppose in the float I am entering only number. Then what will happen? Suppose here I am writing here Python, then age, then in that also I am writing here 88, 88.0, because I am in the float data type, and if the data type is float and if I am entering a normal number, then it will be automatically adding a decimal to it. Okay, so that's the thing here. I hope I am clear with today's topic. So basically this was the topic for today. We have learned about input command. Okay, and in the next session we will be learning about concatenation, joining of the strings, and your formatted strings. Okay, so I am mentioning it over here, like what are going to be our next topics. So we are going to learn about concatenation, like how to join two values. Okay, then we will be learning about formatted strings so that we can form a full sentence using variables, using their values. Okay, we will be learning about them. Okay, so yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the session today. Okay, so see you in the next session. Bye guys, take care. And if you want to have our online sessions, do connect with us on the description, the details that have been mentioned in the descriptions. Okay, so yeah, bye guys. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.